trade, I guess.
WJBF Live Viper 6 at noon. We got clear skies all over the CSRA, and you're watching WJBF News Channel 6, where you'll always get your most accurate forecast first. Heading towards 3 p.m., going to be a pretty warm day with a mix of sun and clouds, 79 degrees.
Now at noon, debunking medical myths. Find out what's really true when it comes to your health.
Good afternoon, I'm Barkley Bishop. Some big cuts are on the way for the military. Coming up, how you could help prevent them from drastically affecting local Fort Gordon soldiers.
And a new ad for water that targets the kid in you. Your news at noon starts right now.
Live from Television Park in high definition, the station you count on. This is WJBF News Channel 6 at noon.
Hi everyone, I'm Mary Morrison. Thanks for tuning in to News Channel 6 at noon.
And I'm Chris Kane, and we do appreciate you being with us here this afternoon. Coverage you can count on begins with the News Channel 6 Economic Report. Budget cuts are coming to the U.S. Army. The big question, which Army installations will be affected the most?
Now, local leaders hope Fort Gordon, with its $1 billion economic impact, will be spared the budget axe. They're asking you to show your support for the post.
Barkley Bishop joins us live now from the news desk. And Barkley, tomorrow is the big day for folks in the CSRA to voice their concerns.
Chris, there is a big push to have a big turnout. The community listening sessions, as they're being called, will be held at 29 different Army installations across the country. The Department of the Army started the initiative after it was announced they have to reduce the size of active duty soldiers by 80,000 by the year 2017. These sessions are the Army's attempt to make sure that military communities like Fort Gordon get some input in the decision-making process.
It's especially important here in a place where the community provides so much support to Fort Gordon that our neighbors have the opportunity to provide this kind of input to the Department of the Army before they make decisions that may affect our neighbors.
If you would like to attend the listening session, it will be held tomorrow from noon until 2 p.m. at the Fort Gordon Dinner Theater on base. Representatives from the Department of Army will be at the sessions and will put together a comprehensive report based off of the feedback that they hear. Chris and Mary, back to you.
Well, a South Carolina group, a South Carolina group that advocates for veterans will hold a rally on the State House steps today. They're pushing for better health care, benefits, and recognition for those who serve in the military. One spokesperson said some issues of concern are expanding services for low-income and homeless veterans and increasing the number of nursing homes and adult daycare services for vets.
And Mary, we want to take a moment and thank everyone out there who donated to the Aiken Augusta Warrior Project.
Yeah, Tuesday's big telethon here at Television Park raised about $32,000. More is needed to get local veterans connected to the services they need. Now, if you didn't get a chance to donate yesterday, no worries. Just go to WJBF.com and you'll find the link to the website. Thanks again, CSRA.
In other news, Augusta commissioners are meeting right now at the Finnezee Swamp Nature Center. It's their second retreat this year. Commissioners are expected to discuss urban and suburban tax districts. Also on today's agenda, the Transportation Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax, or T-SPLOS. Commission members are also set to talk about a retail recruiter strategy. Today's meeting got underway at 8 a.m. Tonight at 6, senior reporter George Escala tells us how some of the items on today's agenda could affect you.
Augusta's sales tax collections are down nearly $330,000 from this time last year. Right now, those tax collections go into the general fund along with property taxes. City leaders say if the trend continues, they'll be forced to come up with an alternative plan for the budget.
Certainly, we'll sit down and look at spending priorities, essential services versus non-essential services. I think that'll be the first thing that the Finance Committee does. And then we'll look at other sources of revenue. But I do want to say this, that one of the last things that I would consider as a member of the Finance Committee is a tax increase on the property owners of this county.
In the CSRA, there are nearly 2,000 SRS retirees, and right now, many of them are frustrated. 4 months ago, SRS moved from providing benefits to retirees and instead giving retirees a stipend. They now have to search online for services themselves. The chair of the Retiree Association says that can be tough when most of the retirees aren't tech savvy or don't even have computers.
A great concern, a lot of grief, a lot of confusion, and this past year a lot of that has been, we've been helped some, but still people have a lot of questions because we're only into the 4th month.
Now, specifically, retirees say this program isn't geared for their generation. We will have much more on this story coming up tonight at 5.
Well, finding a place to call home for artists. Now tonight, the nonprofit group ArtSpace will reveal results from an Augusta arts community study. It will reveal whether or not there's enough interest to create an artist-based development in the Garden City. That meeting is 6:30 tonight at the Old Richmond Academy building on Telfair Street.
In news across Georgia, Governor Nathan Deal signed a bill into law Tuesday mandating how school coaches and recreation leaders should handle athletes who are suspected of having concussions. Under the Return to Play Act of 2013, if a youth athlete is suspected of having a concussion, he or she will be removed from the game and cannot return to play until cleared by a healthcare professional.
State transportation officials are planning a new toll lane on the interstate south of Atlanta in Clayton County. Reports call for barrier-separated reversible lanes along a 12-mile stretch of I-75. The tolls would cover a stretch of highway from State Route 138 in Stockbridge to State Route 155 in McDonough. It would cost motorists up to $6.50 each way to use the toll lanes, which would be optional.
A sick Palmetto State third grader won't miss a moment of class with her friends thanks to her new robot.
It's all part of a pilot program through Verizon to help homebound students. Jennifer Emmert has our look across South Carolina.
No one at Alice Drive Elementary would deny Hazel Grace Kolb and Lexi Kinder are best friends.
We used to dress all up and put a crown on our hair and wiggle a wand and put on little play high heels and play around like little princesses.
Their desks side by side in the third grade classroom, but lately Lexi's desk has been empty.
It made me feel like she wasn't going to be in class anymore, like she wouldn't be there and everything.
Until last week, when everything changed. That change is Vigo. It's Verizon's 4.5-foot remote telepresence system, giving medically homebound students new opportunities.
It's not for every student, but at the same time, it can provide the school experience for students who cannot be involved with that.
It was Lexi's decision to personalize Vigo, now dressed in bandages that once covered her PICC line.
Lexi's is precious. I mean, it's her. I mean, it just, when I look at her, it just reminds me of Lexi.
Now from home.
It's calling in.
When it comes on, Vigo's not the only one who lights up.
Hey!
Using the internet, Lexi can drive to her desk.
Lexi, can you see the board?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have something to write on?
Yes.
Okay.
It can take Lexi anywhere. For the first time, she rolled down crowded hallways to lunch, but getting around desks.
I bump sometimes, but that's okay.
Is a challenge itself.
Turn that way. A little bit.
Just a little. Turn that way.
With a good friend close, anything seems possible.
Come on. Come to me.
In terms of interaction with others, in terms of friendship skills, in terms of feeling a sense of school culture, feeling the sense of remotely interacting academically, socially, it means the world to them.
It's meant the world to the Kinders.
She loves the school. She's been there since she was 3, maybe 2.
I'm just thankful that the school district has given us this opportunity and given Lexi the opportunity.
And to one third grader who missed her classmate and friend.
It's like she's like finally back, yay.
Still ahead at noon, we'll have the latest on the Boston Marathon bombing suspect.
And we'll also take a closer look at some medical myths in our News Channel 6 medical report.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Well, so far, a pretty decent day here. Started off with a little bit of patchy fog this morning, but temperatures have now warmed up significantly here. We're already into the low to mid 70s for the area, all thanks to that now southerly breeze here. That south wind going to do a couple of things. One, it's going to warm us up. Also, it's going to kick up our moisture as we go through the afternoon. Southwest winds will be between 10 and 15. Could see an occasional gust of 20 later on today. Temperatures warming into the upper 70s by 3 p.m. By 5 p.m., we're into the low 80s. And skies will become mostly cloudy as you roll towards 8 p.m. and that's will start to add in a small chance for an isolated shower. Right now you got a lot of upper 60s, low 70s across the metro area. Similar story here in the CSRA. You're going to find a lot of this deeper orange color on the map. So we got 73 Sylvania, same for Augusta Regional, 72 over in Thompson, Gibson as well, 72 in Aiken, and right at 70 for you folks in McCormick, South Carolina. Visible satellite, watch closely here during the morning hours. There you go. Some pockets of low clouds and fog, but now you're starting to see the cloud cover increase for you folks in Taliaferro, Wilkes County. Your sky is already becoming partly to mostly cloudy, and really that's where the thicker cloud cover lies here. Back out to the west, already seeing clouds for Atlanta, back down to Columbus. Thicker cloud cover in northern Alabama right now, and that's associated with this feature. It is a cold front, and it's on the march here, sliding off to the east. Really all of the rain and activity behind the front, really by the time this rolls into our area, it's really going to lose a lot of its definition and going to lose a lot of its energy here. That's exactly what our forecast model paints out for tonight. So let's time it out for you. High pressure out in the Atlantic, so we continue with this southerly wind as we go on through today. Going to warm us up into the 80s later on this afternoon. Here's 5 p.m. Cloud cover starts working into the metro area, but all of the rain still lags behind here. Once we roll into the evening and overnight period, this is midnight, frontal boundary over us, but really a lot of the green just sort of fizzles out. So we're going to not really see a whole lot in terms of rain from this cold front. Could see a few lingering showers there early on Thursday before the system hightails it out of here. We've got mostly sunny skies rolling in by Thursday afternoon. Friday looking good as well, but then watch what happens here. We got increasing cloudiness as you roll towards your upcoming weekend, and what our model is not really painting in on are some actually increasing chances for rain for this upcoming weekend as well. So for today, we stay mainly dry, but once we go past sunset, that's when some isolated showers and maybe an isolated storm rolls in. 57 degrees your overnight low, 77 dry for your Friday. Then we got those chances of rain rolling in. Looks like some pop-up afternoon thunderstorms Sunday, Monday, maybe right into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week as well. So it could be a bit of an unsettled weather pattern as we roll late into the weekend, guys.
All right, Ed, thanks a lot.
And I had the pleasure earlier today to talk to the kindergarten children from Westminster Schools of Augusta. They came here to take a tour of Television Park, got a behind-the-scenes look at what goes into making a newscast. You can see them having fun in front of the green wall. And I think that we are looking at a very good, smart group here. I think a future group of news anchors, reporters, and maybe even a couple meteorologists thrown in that bunch.
You know,
guys.
they are adorable, and I hope Mom and Dad are watching right now because they're too cute.
Obviously not camera shy
No.
at all.
Future competition.
That's
You're in
right,
trouble,
Ed.
Ed.
I know, I got to watch out for my job. These kids are great, fantastic. We went all the way through Television Park, all of our various studios. They had an absolute blast. So did I.
Did you tell them to wear green shirts in front of the green wall?
I didn't, and that just happened to be a stroke of luck. So yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Great.
It was fantastic.
Right now, quick hello to the Lunch Bunch winner today, Pamela Lucas. You pick up that free sandwich from Shane's Rib Shack.
Yeah, you want that sandwich, and you can also join the Lunch Bunch. Just go to WJBF.com and just find the Lunch Bunch link.
Or you can just send us a postcard and mail it to the address on your screen. We'll be right back.
And welcome back. The 9th annual Rodeo Nights gets underway Friday night at the Columbia County Fairgrounds. News Channel 6 a proud sponsor. And here to tell us all about it is Lauren Terry. She is Miss Rodeo USA 2013, and Bobby Joe Gainey from the Southeastern Firefighters Burn Foundation. Great to have you guys here this afternoon. And Lauren, let's start with you. Miss Rodeo USA 2013. I had no idea that you'd have to take a year off from school just so you could travel the country. This has to be an unbelievable experience.
It is. It's a great experience of a lifetime. I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah, and you've already been to 8 different rodeos since you won the crown in January?
Sir. I've actually been in Georgia the whole month of April.
So what has this been like? Yeah, I mean, you've been like a superstar traveling around to these rodeos.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Kind of, sort of. And I don't look at myself as somebody that's famous, but several kids come up and, "You're famous." You know, they're very interested in it and want to learn more about it. So
you've been signing a lot of autographs, I would imagine.
Yes, sir.
During this tour. When you won the crown in January, I guess the competition was in Oklahoma City?
Yes, sir. It was at the IFAR.
Okay, so what type of categories are involved during this competition?
It's personality, appearance, and horsemanship.
And you have a lot of background with horses growing up, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, so what makes the perfect rodeo, in your opinion?
Well, it's not just one person. You have your invisible man of rodeo, which is the stock contractor who brings all the stock. Then you have your clown, your announcer. You have to have a secretary. And then these people here who are putting it on. So, I mean, it takes a lot to put on a good rodeo.
Yeah, and Bobby Joe works with the Firefighters Burn Foundation. And Bobby Joe, I know this is obviously a huge event for you guys. Explain where the money goes and how you guys use it.
Well, it's our largest fundraiser of the year, and this is our 9th year actually, and all the proceeds from this event go to benefit the patients and their families that are here at the Joseph M. Still Burn Center at Doctors Hospital. So we're providing a tremendous service to the community, and it just takes everybody to be able to come out and get involved and support us in order for this event to be successful. So we're really excited about it.
Bobby Joe, were you always a big rodeo fan?
Well, you know, I've learned to be over the last couple of years for sure. I am learning. I'm not the resident expert, but I'm surely getting there.
All right, let our viewers know how they can maybe get tickets in advance.
Okay, actually the ticket locations, you can stop by any of the area BP stations, Beach Bridles and Britches, Tractor Supply in Thompson, or Georgia Bacon Trust locations.
Outstanding, and we got a website information there for you as well. Hey Lauren, great to meet you.
You
Good
too.
luck. You're going to head back to Auburn next year to finish up school.
Next year, yes, sir.
So we wish you luck with that.
Thank
Bobby
you.
Joe, we'll see you this weekend.
Wonderful, thank you.
Mary, over to you.
Lauren War Eagle. Turning now to the medical report this afternoon. You know, many fast food restaurants list the calorie count of menu items, but a new study suggests listing the amount of time it takes to burn those calories is a better idea. Researchers found that if consumers are aware of the number of minutes they'd have to exercise to walk off the calories they're eating, they're much more likely to order low-calorie options. Research participants who ordered off the activity labeled menu ordered 139 fewer calories than those who chose from a calorie labeled menu. Time now for some truth about your health today. ABC's Dr. Rich Besser spoke to some people on the street about what they knew about their health. See if you can answer the questions.
Absolutely, definitely.
I'm not sure.
I think I can. I don't know.
Lots of confusion out there. Let's clear it up. Starting with the medicine cabinet. Is it safe to use drugs after the expiration date? The truth. Over-the-counter drugs are good for years. Even the CDC stores drugs after their expiration date. For you, it means aspirin. Cold remedy pills, okay to keep. But liquid drugs and prescription drugs should get tossed. Keeping them is dangerous. More everyday medicine. If you get a cut, should you clean it with rubbing alcohol, water, or hydrogen peroxide?
I think you should use the alcohol.
I think water.
I'm not sure.
Rubbing alcohol.
The truth? Plain water. Hydrogen peroxide and rubbing alcohol can damage the wound. You just want to get the dirt and bacteria out of the cut. Your immune system can do the rest. 8 out of 10 Americans will have back pain in their life. So if your back hurts, is rest best? Do you just lie still? The truth. Bed rest isn't helpful. Get up and keep moving. Walk, gently stretch, take a pain reliever. If you don't feel better in 3 days, or if you have muscle weakness, call your doc. And finally, you're watching TV. Does sitting too close hurt your eyes?
I think so. You should not sit too close to the TV.
I do believe that was never proven.
I sat close to the TV when I was young, and I'm very nearsighted.
The truth. Sitting too close to the television can strain your eyes, temporarily, but hurt them? No. That's not why people need glasses. And that's the truth. Dr. Richard Besser, ABC News, New York.
Coming up next, a look at what's making national headlines this noon, and we'll also have some furry four-legged friends that you can take home. Adopt a Pet is coming up. Welcome back. Progress and grief in Boston today.
ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the latest on the investigation into the Boston Marathon attack and the memorial for one of the victims.
As thousands pause today to remember MIT officer Sean Collier, murdered Thursday night, police say, by the Boston Marathon bombers Jahar and Tamerlan Tsarnaev, we're learning more about the moments leading to the capture of one of his accused killers. Dave Henneberry tells ABC station WCVB he stepped outside Friday evening and noticed blood in his beloved boat.
Then my eyes went to the other side of the engine box. The engine box is in the middle of the... There was a body.
His call to police led to the capture of 19-year-old Jahar, the only surviving suspect. Despite Jahar's reported admission that he and his brother plotted the attack for religious reasons using the internet, their mother is defiantly defending her sons.
I know that my kids have nothing to do with this. I know it. I am mother.
Investigators are learning new details, including that in February, Tamerlan bought about $400 worth of fireworks in New Hampshire.
He just wanted the biggest, loudest stuff that we have in the store, pretty much.
The gunpowder inside the fireworks he bought, experts say, was likely used as one component of the marathon bombs. The scene of the attack along Boylston Street reopened to the public for the first time today, a sign of resilience as so many are still trying to heal. Today, sharing memories on the campus of MIT of an officer who dedicated his life to protecting this community. Officer Collier was just 26 years old. Among those speaking today at his memorial service, Vice President Joe Biden. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Boston.
Well, today a hearing will be held for a second suspect in a Canadian terror plot. The hearing will be in Buttonville Airport in Ontario after his arrest in Montreal. The suspects are accused of planning an al-Qaeda-backed attack on a passenger train. Their target was a line that runs from New York to Toronto. That plan was to set off explosives that would knock the train off its track, causing death and destruction.
A Minnesota school district is taking a step it hopes will improve classroom safety. The school district is placing bulletproof whiteboards in its classrooms. Police say this provides an extra layer of protection in case a gunman enters campus. The district's high school has seen tragedy before. In 2003, 2 students were killed in a shooting. Officials say they hope to one day have these whiteboards in all of its schools.
The plant explosion in West Texas left behind a massive crater. It's nearly 100 feet wide and 10 feet deep. You can see the area around the blast site has been devastated. The explosion and fire killed at least 14 people and injured hundreds more. Investigators are still trying to find out how and why it happened. They have ruled out natural causes.
And now to Florida, where one woman is being hailed a hero. Rachel Castillo found $36,000 in cash at the Miami Beach golf course where she works. Golfers alerted her to a bag left sitting on a bench. She also found the identification of a 76-year-old man. Castillo contacted the police, who tracked down the owner. Authorities say he lives in an assisted living facility. He may have Alzheimer's or dementia. Castillo says even though $36,000 is about what she makes in 1 year, she did not hesitate to turn it in.
Now, I have a feeling she'll be blessed way beyond that.
Someone should pay it forward to her,
They
right?
should.
Because there are a lot of folks that would not have done that.
Absolutely.
Quick check of what's going on outside, guys. We do have increasing cloudiness. Here we go. The satellite and radar shows a cold front sliding towards the area, so get ready for increasing clouds and a chance for a few showers later on tonight. We're going to talk more about that in your live Viper 6 forecast.
It's Wednesday, and that means it's time to find a home for some homeless pets. And please say hi today to Tammy Boland from the Barnwell County Animal Shelter. Tammy, good to have you back on the program. You've got a cutie to talk about today. Also, we have Ann Sawyer, our Adopt-A-Pet coordinator. Always good to have you with us as well. And Ann, you've got the cutest little kitten.
And we might start with this Wigglesome cat.
All right.
This cat is about 3 months old, and this is a female. And of course, it'll be spayed, neutered, all shots. It doesn't like being on TV with all.
May I give it a try, Ann? Let me just see.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want
While
to
you're
scratch
talking.
you, though.
No, that's okay.
All right.
There,
It's
let's
just
see.
A little Wigglesome.
Tammy's the cat whisperer over here. Look at that.
All right. Now let's see. If you want me to put that back in, I was going to tell them about this little. And it's so important. We're having rabies clinics in Aiken County during the next few weeks. It's so important to have your cat in a carrier. And this is a real cute one. You can get them at the pet stores or the vet's office. Be sure you have it fixed up like that.
Isn't this one of the cutest ones you've ever seen?
It's really nice, and I think that was a gift to them. But anyway, be sure to get those rabies shots, and also you can get the other shots, like a 7-in-1 shot at those Aiken clinics. And even if you were from out of town or somewhere else, you can go to some of them. You'll have to check with probably the Aiken County Animal Shelter.
That's always a really good idea this time of year, isn't it?
Right.
Now over to the puppy, a cute little hound. Tell us about this one.
This is one of our Walker puppies. We have 6 total.
Oh.
They came in, the guy was breeding, so people need to be aware of that. You know, it's not nice to breed to make the money and you don't have homes for them, good homes.
Big
and
problem,
we end
isn't
up
it?
with them at the shelter.
But you'll make sure that one gets spayed or neutered, or in this case neutered since it's a male. That's adorable.
I love these ears, Ann.
I
Aren't they cute?
love those ears.
So cute. Now, how much would it cost to adopt this puppy, Tammy?
It's $80. That pays for the first vaccination, the deworming, microchip, and rabies, and of course surgery.
Surgery to be neutered. And say, I'm just listening to that little time.
He's adorable. So how do they find you, Tammy, if they want to adopt the cat or the dog today?
We're available on petfinder.com or 803-259-1656.
Okay, you're also located at 57 Diamond Road, correct? And
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
in beautiful Barnwell, South Carolina.
Is that on the way into Barnwell? Is that Diamond Road, the road that goes into Barnwell? Is
It's
that
like you're going toward Allendale on 78.
Okay.
All right. Well, ladies, we've got to leave it there, but good to have you both with us. And thanks for that helpful tip.
Oh, thank you.
And that adorable little cat. And we hope to find a home for both of these
Yes.
animals today. Chris, over to you.
All right, Mary, don't forget to let Wiggles out of that cat bag. In today's Consumer Alert, falling gasoline prices could put the U.S. economy in high gear. The sharp drop over the last month comes just as more Americans are feeling the impact of federal spending cuts. Some economists believe the two could balance each other out dollar for dollar. Gas prices have gone down about 30 cents a gallon since hitting a high of nearly $3.80 a gallon earlier this year. The drop is mostly due to falling oil prices. A new warning for something you may do in your car thinking it's safe. Instead of texting while driving, some people talk on hands-free devices to send messages while driving. A new study out has advice for everyone on the road. ABC's Paula Ferris explains.
We've shown how distracted driving can be, whether with your kids in the back seat or phone in hand. When I took my eyes off the highway for just over 2 seconds, I traveled half the length of a football field.
And while you might think using your phone's voice-to-text feature is making your ride safer, a new study out today suggests it is just as dangerous as manual texting.
In fact, this first-of-its-kind research, a small study of 45 drivers, claims that driver performance slows down when you text, whether it's manual or voice-to-text.
This report clearly shows that you're in just as much danger if you're using a voice-driven way to text as if you were sitting there in the driver's seat typing away with your thumbs.
You're 23 times more likely to get into a car crash while texting. And so the consumer is now driving automakers to install technology they assume makes the car safer into their vehicles, like voice-to-text.
If the consumer believes the technology in their vehicle makes them safer, that's on them. That's not on a message that they're hearing from the automaker.
I think they're getting mixed signals from the automakers. None of the automakers would say this is safe, go out and use it, but it is an implication.
As of today, the Department of Transportation is issuing new distracted driving guidelines to the automakers, encouraging them to limit any sort of electronic distraction that would take the driver's eyes off the road.
What is the solution for texting and driving?
Not doing it.
Paula Ferris, ABC News, New York.
All right, so what happens if you're on a flight and you see someone you want to talk to sitting all the way across the plane? Well, you could try to catch them when you land, but Virgin Airlines has a different idea. Why not send them a drink? Passengers can pinpoint a person through Virgin's detailed seat map, browse the menu, and then have something sent over. Then you can follow up with a text through the seat-to-seat messaging system. Virgin launched this feature to mark the start of its LA to Vegas service, but it is available on all U.S. flights. Sounds like some type of dating service. News Channel 6 at noon. We'll be right back after your winning Georgia Lottery numbers.
Hi there. How you doing? I'm Renee Miller with your Cash 3, your Cash 4, and your Georgia 5 midday drawings. First, we're going to play Cash 3 right now. Let's do it. Here we go. First number coming out. There it is. It's number 8, followed by our next number, which is number 3. And our final Cash 3 number today is number 3. Again, the numbers are 8, 3, and 3. Good luck to you. Now we're going to move over to your Cash 4 midday winning numbers. Let's see if we can make you a winner. Here we go. First number is 6, followed by our next number, which is 7. Up next, number 8. And our final Cash 4 number today is number 3. Again, the numbers are 6, 7, 8, 3. Congratulations. Now on over to Georgia 5. We have 10 balls mixed in each of our 5 chambers. Here we go. First number is 5, followed by number 8. Up next, number 4, followed by 0. And the final number today is 2. Again, those numbers are 5, 8, 4, 0, 2. Congratulations and have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Well, we are warming up quickly now this noon. We're looking at temperatures currently sitting in the low to mid 70s, and we're going to end up topping off today actually a few degrees above normal. We should normally be right around 79 for this time of year. We'll be near 82 by 5 p.m. today. That southwest wind will continue at about 10 to 15, could gust even higher at times. Then as we roll towards 8 p.m., skies becoming mostly cloudy. We could see a couple of isolated showers, maybe an isolated rumble of thunder by 8 p.m. as well, with the temperature right around 72 degrees. So heading outside right now in the metro area, again, a lot of low 70s right now from Vaucluse back through North Augusta. Fort Gordon checking in with 72 degrees right now, down in Blythe at 73, and Appling there in Columbia County checking in with 71 degrees at this time. Over the CSRA, you're going to see a very similar temperature spread. A lot of this orange on the map, so everyone warming now. Everyone right around, let's say 70 to 75 at this time. That looks to be the general temperature spread here, so not too bad of an afternoon. Going to feel pretty comfortable, but that south wind going to do a couple of things. Going to increase the moisture and the humidity here. Also, we're seeing increase in cloud cover. Already starting to see a few of these clouds work across the sky. Thicker cloud cover now across Wilkes and McCormick County. That will continue to thicken up ahead of the cold front. And here it is. The larger visible satellites show some of those brighter cloud tops. That's where there's some ongoing rain activity here as the front slides into central, or I should say northwestern Georgia. But watch very closely. You can see some of this activity, some of those deeper yellows and deeper oranges sort of subside a little bit. That's going to be the trend as this cold front approaches. It really is going to lose a lot of what it currently has with it. So we're only anticipating a couple of showers, an isolated storm as this rolls into the area. Now let's break down the timing. This is 5 p.m. The cold front still going to be hanging around, let's say Greenville to Athens, and then as we roll into the overnight period, your rain chances increase. So once we go past sunset, going to start to see a couple of stray showers working into the area. Then a couple of stray showers about 7 a.m. on Thursday morning with mostly cloudy skies, and that cloud cover heads on out of here. Skies become sunny once again. We'll say mostly sunny skies right on into your Friday. But then by Saturday, what we were not seeing here is the model's not really painting in on some of these sort of pop-up showers and thunderstorms, but I think we are going to see some of those as we roll, especially as we hit your Sunday. But take a look at the forecast for today. Mix of sun and clouds, 82 degrees, 57 degrees overnight tonight. Then here's a look at that 6-day forecast, 77 on Friday. Saturday, 75 degrees. We'll stay dry most of the day, but the rain chances start to ramp up. Sunday, Monday, afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Looks like we'll be extending that right into midweek next week, guys.
Friday just sort of stands out in your 6-day forecast.
That's sort of my pick day this week. Friday looking great. 77, low humidity, lots of sunshine.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Ed, thanks.
Well, some local students may be getting caught in the act.
Plus, one local boy band is making a big move. More in today's Hollywood Minute coming up.
Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Backstreet Boys, they are back and they are on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yay.
Well, it's hard to believe, but the Backstreet Boys have been around for 20 years, and they're now making it from the back street to Hollywood.
We can call them the Backstreet Men, right?
That's right.
And there's no bigger fan than our director, Marlena, right now. Huge Backstreet
Yeah,
Boys
those
fan.
boys are all grown up now.
Hey, News Channel 6's Carlton T. Clay has more on those boys in today's Hollywood Minute.
The Backstreet Boys are back, and they are making their move to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The Backstreet Boys received their own star on the Walk of Fame on Monday. The group was formed 20 years ago. According to the Walk of Fame, the Backstreet Boys are the best-selling boy band in history, selling more than 130 million albums. And all new Thursday nights are returning to your TV screens with an all-new episode of Grey's Anatomy and an all-new episode of Scandal. Last we left off on Grey's, there was a possible fatal infection going around and Dr. Bailey could be to blame. Meanwhile, on Scandal, Olivia Pope and President Fitz could be getting close once again. Tune in Thursday starting at 9 p.m. right here on WJBF News Channel 6. GRU students are getting caught in the act this weekend. It's an evening of short plays written and directed by GRU students. You can get caught in the act as well Friday, April 26th at 7:30 p.m. and Saturday, April 27th at 3 p.m. at the Maxwell Theater. Tickets are $5. For more information, contact the box office at 706-667-4100. And the Eta Theta Zeta Foundation and Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated presents the Laney Walker Boulevard Corridor, a tribute to the women of the corridor. This conference is to inspire the community to research influential women who have impacted their lives. It will take place Friday, April 26th and 27th. For more information, call 706-210-1144. And that's it for today's Hollywood Minute. I'm Carlton T. Clay, WJBF News Channel 6.
All right, Carlton, thanks for that report.
And if you have any other fine arts events going on, just let us know. Go to our Facebook page.
And up next, it's the bottled water ad that has so many people talking and laughing.
So what is so great about it? We'll have the answer for you in just 2.5 minutes.
What's in our...
And finally this noon, what could be the most viral online commercial ever?
Evian's hilarious new ad stars a bunch of babies with some pretty good moves.
It has more than 20 million views so far. So what has so many people talking? Bianca Goladriga has the answer.
Skip the binky, give these kids a beat.
No, we
This ad for Avian's Baby and Me campaign is giving viewers across the web baby fever. It's the follow-up to 2009's Roller Babies, a diaper-clad dance crew getting down to the beat of Rapper's Delight. The Guinness World Record holder for most viewed online ad, Roller Babies has been seen more than 65 million times. Ever since, fans of the chubby-cheeked choreography have been clamoring for more. This week, Avian delivered. Just 4 days after its release, Baby and Me has already been watched more than 24 million times.
This video shifts the image of what Evian has traditionally